Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Sunday night, hours after the Los Angeles Lakers went in there to New Orleans and put an absolute smackdown on the New Orleans Pelicans today, man. And with that win, the Lakers have temporarily put a chokehold on that 8th seed in the Western Conference. At the end of the NBA's 2023-2024 regular season. And now they take the next step, which will be the play-in tournament, in which, as the 8th seed, they will remain in New Orleans to face the same Pelicans on Tuesday for the 7th seed there. And their cancellation prize, if they do win 7th, will be the Denver Nuggets in round 1. And we will we'll discuss that. There's a lot going on about that. And we're gonna talk about that as well. We're gonna talk about the game today. We're gonna talk about the game on Tuesday. We're gonna talk about what happens if they win that game, what happens if they lose that game, and then break down some of the other matchups going into this play in round. But really, really happy the way the Lakers took care of business today, man. They showed up on that court earlier today looking like the in-season tournament Lakers. Where's that team been, since December? I don't know. But they showed up out there. Bron was looking great out there early. The energy was there. His commitment was there. His leadership was there. Everything about today's game, what we needed from him out the gate to set that tone and make absolutely no doubt that we were going to get this win was there. Anthony Davis had an absolute dominant first quarter. He was there. He obviously had that little hiccup at the end of the game, little back hip area there, not kind of non-contact at the time of when he kind of left the court, but from some some physical play earlier in the game, leading to that. But all indications are pointing to him playing on Tuesday. So he got out of the game, but he looks ready to go there in the next one, as does everyone else who played today. Obviously, there's still been no real update on Vando. Gabe Vincent continues to try to get his legs out from under him and recapture his game leading into the playoffs. The good news is even if he's out there not really scoring any points, not a single point on the board today, 2 personal fouls, 1 assist, but he was a plus 12 when he was out there. So he's not hurting you when you have him in there. And at the end of the day, that's what we need. He's going to continue to add on top of that. Him and Taurean Prince were a combined plus 25 out there, helping on the defensive end. So still affecting winning. I know Laker Nation, if Taurean Prince doesn't get 20, they hate him. But his role is not to do that. And he, obviously helped the Lakers get a win today. But the story is LeBron James and Anthony Davis, man. LeBron James with a 28-point triple dub, man. 17 assists, 11 rebounds, and just incredible performance. 11 of 20 overall, shooting 55%. 0 of 2 from 3. Anthony Davis out there getting 30 points. He had 11 rebounds, 2 steals, no blocks, 3 assists. 13 of 17 shooting, man, almost 77%, just dominant in 0 of 1 from 3. But we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lakers in double figures, almost. Another one with Taurean Prince, who had 9. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Still battling the back end of this flu, man. So still got this cough and these sniffles, man. So I apologize for that. But overall, just when you have balance, you have options, man. And the Lakers had balance today, and they looked great. They played great. And this is a team we've been waiting to see, man. And the trust issues I have with this team is, and I still have these trust issues. These trust issues are not gone. But the issues I have with this team is knowing that they have this, which is what I've always said about holding everyone accountable, from the coaching staff down to the players, is when the players play with this type of energy, intensity, intelligence, they're capable of this. They didn't just go in and do this to any scrub team. This is a team that's went in and beat and won every must-win game over their last 3 or 4 games here to get to this point, to get here in their own building, to have a chance to secure the 6th seed and avoid the play-in altogether. And the Lakers went in there and just popped them in the mouth, just punched them right in the face. And the Pelicans were like, thank you, we'll have another. You know what I mean? Like, they just went in there and punked them out the gate. So this was very impressive for the Lakers. And this is my key about matchups. And this is what is important about matchups. And we're going to talk about that a bit today, I'm sure. We're going to be talking about this, I'm sure, over the next couple of days, couple of weeks, and probably well into the offseason. But matchups matter in this league. And the Lakers match up very, very well against the New Orleans Pelicans. And I've been saying for probably a couple of weeks, if not months, on my show and other panels, that if there was a single team that I had to choose to face in the play-in tournament or leading up to it, would be the Pelicans. Now, can they beat us? Sure, of course. And in one game scenario, anyone can beat anybody. But I like our chances against them because I like our matchup against them. AD dominates. LeBron dominates. And Bron seems to take this matchup a little personal against New Orleans and Zion Williamson. He's convinced that, he's still the bully on the block in the game when these two face off. And Zion just is not Zion against the Lakers. Bron just seems to take his soul, man. And did that again today. CJ McCollum did his thing, man. That's a veteran out there just getting buckets, right? Doing his thing. But, Zion, 12 points tonight, a -21, 4 of 13 shooting. He did have 8 assists, which is great, and 8 rebounds. I mean, he almost had like a kind of like a low budget triple-double there. But, CJ McCollum didn't show up. The Pelicans probably lose by 40. You know what I mean? So, Bron seems to have the mental edge, the mental advantage over Zion. And hopefully that continues, especially in the, in the next, in the next game. So can the Pelicans beat them? Like I said, absolutely. But I hope and I expect the Lakers to go in there and handle business against against, let me take that back, against New Orleans in their next game. And then if they get that win, then we're off the, round 1 against Denver, which is a whole different other conversation. That's a whole different debate already making the rounds around the internet here. So let's break this down real quick. So if the Lakers go in and they get this win against the Pelicans, they secure the 7th seed and they will play Denver in the first round, right? That's how it goes. If they lose this game, then the Pelicans will secure the 7th seed. The Lakers will at that point still be the 8th seed. And if they win over whoever wins between 9 and 10, they will keep the 8th seed and then they will face OKC, right? And that game will be at home either versus the Kings or the Warriors. And I feel it's going to be the Warriors just for the simple fact that the Kings, just without Malik Monk, I don't think they have enough. And in that case, you have a 1-game play-in scenario, albeit in LA, but against the Warriors in a win-or-go-home game. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. And for those who want to duck Denver and not have to face them in round 1, you're playing with fire if you are hoping to lose this next game to face off a 1 game at home for win or go home to get the 8th to face OKC. You're forcing yourself to play an extra game in a win or go home scenario. You're risking an extra game of injury in a game in which Steph can go off and kill you for 50 and send you home. So while I don't love the matchup with Denver, and I would definitely prefer the matchup with OKC, we can't duck them. We can't duck them. We got to go win this next one. And if it means we got to head to Denver next, then we got to head to Denver next. I don't love the matchup. I wish it wasn't the case. I would prefer to catch them later when we were more healthy. Gabe was kind of, more back in his game, more back in condition, more comfortable, potentially Vando coming back. I would prefer that, obviously. But you can't duck them. You can't duck them. You just can't do that. So if it's Denver, it's Denver. If it's not, the Lakers are going to make it harder for themselves and really go on a crazy detour just to try to force themselves against OKC. And while I like the matchup with OKC better than Denver, that still does not guarantee that the Lakers will beat OKC. I think they could. I think they would. But it does not guarantee that they will. So you can't play these type of games when it comes to this. You go, you play the games on the schedule and you try to win these games on the schedule. And it is what it is. If it's Denver, it's Denver. If it's OKC, it's OKC. Whatever it may be, what will be, will be. But there's no ducking around here. No matter how much I don't like that matchup, no matter how much I know we are 0-8 against them in our last 8 games, no matter how much I know they're in the Lakers' head, you know how much more they'll be in the Lakers' heads if Denver knows that they duck them? Like, they can't do that. Sorry. Excuse me, guys. They can't do that. So that we'll get into that a little bit more. So I expect what I think is going to happen is the Lakers will win the next game and they will go face Denver. And then, good Lord, let's get ready to rumble, right? Because that's going to be that is going to be a whole problem. And while I know teams like Sacramento, we've had bad matchups again, but they don't got Malik Monk, which has been a thorn in our side. And I know the narratives of Sabonis and AD with the Euro bigs. I know, but I still would take the Lakers at this point without Monk in a 7-game series against the Sacramento Kings, without Malik Monk and AD playing in a playoff scenario. I would. AD is obviously a better player than Sabonis. Sabonis's teams have had AD's number and the Lakers' number. Obviously, what is it, 9 or 10 games, whatever. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't at this point, at this stage, I would not fear that matchup. I wouldn't fear that matchup. I don't fear the Denver matchup. I don't fear them. I just don't trust the Lakers to be mentally tough enough right now. I don't know if they're mentally tough enough right now to beat them in the first round. I don't know. So the other teams, I would have a lot more confidence and I would trust them a lot more. So like I said, can they beat Denver? I think they can. But they've done nothing to show us that they will, I guess is my logic. And nothing better to show you that they can or will by stealing one of those games in Denver, right? So, but if you go in there, if you beat the Pelicans, you go in, you play Denver, you come home 0-2. I mean, you're just right back where you were last year, except for round 1 this time. So they've got to they've got to show me and everyone else, obviously, they got to show us that they're capable of beating Denver. They got to show us that they can go in there and get a win, because they're going to have to. If they're going to beat Denver, they're going to have to get a win in that building. Why not get it in game 1 or 2? Don't come home 0-2 if that's the case. If that's who we're facing in round 1, if you beat the Pelicans, don't come home 0-2. Show the world and show Denver early that you can get at them, that you can touch them, that you can make them feel you, that you can put some doubt in their mind and some confidence in yours. You're going to have to show them that. You're going to have to show us that. Because until you do, Lakers, that's a bad matchup for you until you show us. You have to show us. So shout out to everyone who's pulling up, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in here on a Sunday night, like I said, in which a game in which the Los Angeles Lakers went in there, secured the 8th seed at the end of the season. Still got to hold on to that via the play-in tournament. I do like their chances against the Pelicans. I think it's the perfect opponent to have to beat to get to the 7th seed and then go from there, man. So I'm curious to hear what you guys see. Who do you guys think gets that win in the Warriors and Kings game? I think it's going to be the Warriors. That's just my personal opinion. I'm curious to see what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about that. And also, we'll touch on the Eastern Conference here in a minute and where they finished up. I just want to shout out to everyone who pulled up early here in the chat. Thank you guys for tuning in early here. Make sure to like the video if you have not done so already and subscribe to the channel. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. So shout out to everyone here on YouTube as well as everyone over on Twitter. And I apologize to keep coughing, guys. I'm working my way through this here, so I'm sorry. We got Rob. What's going on, Rob? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Joe Soro, Mr. Ox 1947. What's going on, my brother? Hope you're having a good night. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to head on over to Lakers Fast Break, guys, and give them a sub and support my brothers over there, man. Great work, great content. Appreciate you guys, man. One Peruvian guy. What's going on, sir? Thank you for tuning in. Rob, appreciate you. Yes, please like and subscribe. My Court King's brother, Chris the Graphic God. What's going on, my brother? Thank you for tuning in. James Caldwell, what's going on, sir? What's up with you, man? Thank you for pulling up. Mr. Search and Destroy. Search has went and searched out and found Search. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. Thank you. Hope all is well. Haven't seen you for a bit. Hope you good. And thank you for circling back, man. Thank you for circling back, man. They always come home when they run away, man. So appreciate you. Appreciate you, Search, man. Hope you're doing well, brother. I'm just messing with you, man. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's going on, my guy? Happy Sunday, everyone. And I keep forgetting that you have a channel, my guy. I definitely apologize. Make sure to head over to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights and check out his channel. Give him a sub, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Lakers, Nuggets, fire, man. NBA gonna love that, man. NBA would love that. Absolutely would love that. Let me skip through here. Ozzy, what's going on, bro? How many games you see the Lakers going with the Nuggets if it happens? Ozzy, it's really hard to say, because if this team that showed up today shows up in that Denver series, then it makes it much, much better. And it increases their odds much more to win that series. I don't know what team is going to show up any given night for this Laker team. That's why I've said for months that I have trust issues with this team, because I have no idea what to predict. Like I had said, after the Memphis game, all you need to know about this Laker team is just look at their last 2 games. How they go in and almost give away a game to a G League team in a game that you had to have. Almost gave that game away. And then went in and just absolutely blew the roof off the building in New Orleans against a team that is higher seeded than you and was also in a must-win game, who had everybody. You got Brandon Ingram coming back, had Zion, had McCollum. They had their guys. And you went in there and took care of business. And that's all you need to know. If you did not watch the Lakers all season, all you had to do was look at these last 2 games, and that just defines who this team is. So, it's just really hard to tell, Ozzy. It's really hard to know. But if I had to guess right now, and actually I can't do that. I have to see how they look again in this next playing game. I got to see, can they do this back-to-back games? Can they go in there? Can they look like that in-season tournament Laker team back-to-back games? If they do, then I'm more comfortable giving a prediction of what I think they can do in that Denver series. If I had to say right now, and again, my feelings can change and my opinion can change because I'm, telling you in advance here that I still need to see what they look like this next game to kind of give like my official prediction for the series. But if I had to pick right now, I would take Denver. And I hate to say that. I'm not a foolish, prideful Laker fan. Like, I don't say stuff I know to be untrue just to be like, I've got Laker pride. Like, I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have foolish pride. Like, I'm honest. I'm realistic, and I speak from a place of reality, not a place of delusional. Or delusion. So for me, if I had to pick right now, I think the Nuggets win the round. Maybe I change my mind after this next game. Again, I hate saying that, and my heart doesn't want that. I'll be pulling for the Lakers and right there with every single game, pulling for them, hoping. But as of right now, I would have Denver getting that series right now. Let's see. Patrick, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, man. Roy, what's going on, bro? Good evening to you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you now. LeBron, 11K assists now, man. That's incredible, man. Just shout out to Bron. I'm telling you, that game today, he just, that's the Bron we've been need. That's the Bron we need. And that's the Bron we are going to need moving forward, is that Bron, that guy, that greatness, that level of greatness, that level of all time greatness. That is exactly what we are going to need moving forward. Damn near every game, man. If we don't get that version of Bron, we're going to be in trouble. And, shout out to DJ and Lakers at 5, man. I was on his panel for a long time last night, and then an after show last night, man. We was talking all kinds of stuff last night, man. And, the biggest debate, what everyone seems to talk about, obviously, heading into these playoffs, the biggest debate here, not debate, or the biggest concern is going to be Darvin Ham and D'Lo. That is going to be the main topic of conversation for many a Laker fan, D'Lo and Ham. Right. And by the way, I give the Lakers coaching staff a lot of credit. Coaching staff, not just Darvin Ham, not just an assistant, not that. The coaching staff had a very good defensive game plan today. They had very good transitional schemes that I saw, multiple times that went down, and things that I really, really, like some wrinkles they worked in there. And also, obviously, like I said, the players, man, just the energy and the they wanted today. And when the Lakers want a game, you could just see it. You could just totally see it versus a Laker team that it's like, all right, if we get it, we get it. All right, we'll get it. We can turn it on later. But this team wanted that game from the get-go, and you can totally see the difference there when that's the case, man. If we face Denver, we're fishing early search set. As of right now, I tend to agree. And there's going to be a lot of people that get upset with me for saying that, or how could you? You're not a real Laker fan. Like, no, like you can be a real fan and be realistically and be objective. You can. Denver is the reigning champion. They have beaten us 8 straight times. They swept us last season. To me, it's a no-brainer to not be ashamed to say that they're a better team than us last year. And right now, they are right now. We are going to have to beat them to prove otherwise. Point blank period. We have to beat them. You want to beat the champs, you got to beat the champs. You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And while I think they can beat them, I think the Lakers, if they look, and the Lakers played like they did today, the Lakers play like they did in the in-season tournament, they could beat anyone. But we have yet to see any level of that version of Lakers versus the Denver Nuggets. So no better time than the present, baby. No better time than the present. Roy, what's going on, sir? He says, Jeff, allow me to get this off my chest. Okay. Bronny James getting a free pass because of his father is BS. Caitlin Clark is more NBA ready than Bronny. Okay, thanks. Off my chest. Go Lakers. She may be more NBA ready offensively, but that girl would get destroyed defensively. So I don't know about her being more NBA ready. And yeah, I get where you're coming from. But it is what it is. When you've done the NBA is a business. The NBA is a company. All these other teams are businesses and companies, and yeah. And when you have a top performer that has done so much for your business for almost a quarter century, um, then you're inclined to pretty much help that person who's helped you for almost a quarter century. You get what I mean? So while I get where you're coming from, um, I understand it. Um, I understand it. I understand the politics in it. I do. I don't necessarily love it. I don't necessarily hate it. And I totally get where you're coming from. But like I said, just try to see it from that perspective. When you've had someone who's helped benefit your company for a quarter century, he's been benefited by the company as well, right? Mutual partnership, mutually beneficial. Then I can understand why they'd want to continue that relationship. I understand it. I do. Patrick says, "Can we win twice in New Orleans? If we don't, it's okay because we get a chance for 8 seed and avoid Denver." Oh, we can. We've beaten them in New Orleans. You know, like I said, we've beaten them 6 out of the last 8 games we faced them. We, like I said, like my whole thing about how I don't love our matchup with Denver. It's completely the other side of how I love our matchup with the Pelicans. The Pelicans look at the Lakers like the Lakers look at Denver, right? So that's what it is. It's all about matchup. Sometimes it's not even about who you play on the way to a title. Sometimes it's about who you don't play. And there's a lot of times where our team will get to the finals without having to face a matchup that doesn't favor them. But that happens, right? That just happens. You beat what's in front of you. You can't control that. So, but at the same time, if that other team ducks out early, that's not your problem. That's not your fault, right? That's not your fault. So when everyone goes back to 2020 about, well, the Lakers only won because they didn't have to play the Clippers. Well, the Clippers had a 3-1 lead and had that in the driver's seat, man. All they had to do was finish that next game, and it would have been Lakers-Clippers, right? The Clippers fumbled that bag. You can't punish the Lakers for that. So it's the same thing. So if the Lakers didn't get Denver in round 1 or round 2 and someone else beat them and the Lakers advanced to the finals and won it all or whatever it may be, no one could say with any type of derogatory or try to asterisk and say you only won it because you didn't face Denver. Well, that was on Denver. Denver didn't meet us at the top. They didn't get there. That's not our fault, right? So that's what I'm saying. But aside from that, I think the Lakers are going to win this next game. I don't think the Lakers are in a position where they can even remotely come close to appear to ducking, because them having to face Denver, and Denver's already beaten us 8 times in a row. They already know they're kind of in the Lakers' head a little bit. You can't give them any extra motivation or confidence that you're trying to duck them. Like, you cannot do that. You got to come out guns blazing against the Pelicans and smoke them fools. And you want to send a message to Denver in that Pelicans game saying, not only are we not ducking you, but we want your punk ass. We're making sure there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, that we are flying to Denver. We are coming to see you. We are coming to see you. Be expecting us, right? That's how the Lakers have to show out in New Orleans in the next game, in that play-in, and show the world that they are ducking no smoke in Colorado, pun intended, and go to work and make that business trip to Colorado, man, and head up there to Denver. Because anything short of that type of energy, anything short of we don't care, we're playing what's in front of them, anything short of that, we don't care what people say, anything short of that, then you're just giving Denver more confidence and more of an advantage over you than they already have. So the Lakers got to go out there and just light that barn on fire the next game. That's just my opinion. Big Baby, what's going on, my guy? Thank you for tuning in. What's up with you? Appreciate you. Make sure to head over to Big Baby Sports, man. Give my guy a sub, man. Appreciate you, Big Baby. Appreciate you. We got, what's going on, Stepper, man? Empire, triple salute, my fam. I think AD will be goody for the playing game against the Pelicans. Yeah, they all pretty much said he'll be good to go. When it happened to me, it kind of looked like he pulled something a little bit. I didn't think it was too serious. Happy to see that ended up being the case. So yeah, definitely. Roy says Patrick J. Okay, they're talking. Let me mind my business here. Purple and gold. What's good, my guy? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. What's up, Jeff? Should we play the Pels or Golden State Warriors, Sacto? Your thoughts and all. Listen, we play what's in front of us, my guy. Again, sorry for the coughing, guys. We play what's in front of us, man. We play what's on the schedule. We play what's directly in front of us, and we just hope we can continue to run over whoever's in front of us, man. On the On the bright side of things, take away those 2 losses that we got. That little stain out there after you won like 8 of 9. You take away from that, and we've basically like won. We've still on a pretty good stretch over that time. So they're still trending in the right direction. Like I said, this Laker team, who is now the 8th seed, would have been the 4th seed last year. Like I said, there's a lot of things when you look at it outside looking in, and when you take things into consideration, the West is just so crazy this year. And they're like, well, Bron and AD played all these games and they're still the 8th seed and da. While true, record-wise, this team is still better than last year's, right? Record-wise, last year, this team would have made 4th seed, right? So you got to kind of look at it from that way. I know it doesn't really do anything from a perspective of, it doesn't help the fact that they're the 8th seed, but it just adds a level of perspective to it, which I think is important. So it's not like the Lakers got in the 8th seed winning 35 games. It's not what happened. So I think it's important to recognize that. The Lakers got in winning 47 games. I felt the Lakers, a perfect season, an incredible season for the Lakers, would have been 55 wins. And while they didn't reach that 55 wins, about a month and a half ago, I was sitting here, how are we going to get to 35 wins? We got to 47. And I say that to say this. At the end of the day, we only finished 10 games. And I know it's 10 games. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's nothing. But the Lakers only finished 10 games out of the top seed in the West. All right. 10 games. And 47 wins would have got them to the 5th seed in the East. Right. And the 8th seed in the East is 18 games out of first, which is the Miami Heat. So they play in a much tougher conference, much less room for error. They had a lot of errors, and they still find themselves in the 8th seed. They still find themselves playing, the last since February 1st, is one of the top teams in the league. And you got to run with that. That's all you can do. Daniel says we should bring Monk back. They're not going to be able to. It's the same way with why they couldn't keep Monk, is the reason why they won't be able to bring him back. They didn't just say, bye, Monk, get out of here. They didn't trade him away. It's not like they didn't want to resign him. They just didn't have the money to. They got him as a minimum, mutually come in there. He could play, build his value up, help the team. And then he went out and got his money, right? So Sacramento came in like a 2-year, $18 million deal. The Lakers couldn't offer anywhere near that. So, he had to go get his money. And I'm sure they would love to have him back, but he's found a home there. He's going to get paid in Sacramento more than likely. And similarly to when he left the Lakers because of money, he's probably going to stay with the Kings because of money. And the Lakers just don't have the resources to go out and get him right now. But I see where you're coming from. Free Mind, what's going on, my guy? Kings looking for revenge, though. I think anything can happen in that game. You could be looking for revenge. You can be looking for revenge. You can be looking for get back. But when you go into a war without one of your best weapons, you can want all the revenge you want, man. But you're going to be at a disadvantage there, my guy. Eric, what's good, bro? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. All the possible scenarios are questionable. Oh, as with anything, facts. Absolutely. Search says we will be in Cancun soon, fam. Oh man, what's going on? Karam, people are counting my Thunder out if they play. I'm not counting them out. And I mentioned this earlier in the stream. They can beat us, and like I said, if we duck Denver just to get OKC, there's no guarantee that we beat OKC. And I said that earlier, so I agree with you. I like our matchup with OKC better than the matchup with Denver, but there's no guarantee that we would beat OKC. I said that, so I agree with you. I think OKC, while they have some inexperience, and while if the matchup favors the Lakers, again, there was no guarantee that just because the Lakers get OKC in round 1 that they are going to beat them. There was no guarantee there. So this is why I say you can't duck anybody. I've said that I prefer the matchup better because I feel we match up better against them. I do believe that. And I think in your heart of hearts, you probably believe that the Lakers match up better with you guys than we do with Denver. But it does not guarantee a victory. 100% agree. Hepatitis, see you later. What's going on, man? Denver in the first round, damn, but got to play who's in front of you. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm going to constantly say, and I'm going to continue to say that I don't like the matchup, but I don't want that to be misconstrued that I fear them or that I'm ducking them, because we're not. You can't duck anybody. You just can't. Like you just can't duck, especially a team that has your number. They're going to sense that, and it's going to be like blood in the water to a shark. You know what I say to that? Screw that. They're going to prove them wrong. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. OKC, I like that team, and I like watching them. They're fun. You know what I mean? I'm not rooting against them except for if they play the Lakers, right? And like I said, I feel that's a better matchup for us, but there's no guarantee we're going to beat them. I can't speak for everyone else. I can only speak for myself. And I feel the matchup against them is better than Denver, but that does not mean we'd beat them. Not at all. 0-4 against Sacramento, 1-3 against Golden State, 0-4 against Denver. Yikes. Well, context matters here. The 0-4 against Denver, I really have no comeback for that because that just is what it is. We know that. 1-3 against Golden State. 2 of those games, Anthony Davis got poked in the eye. The other 2 games, we were able to, I like our chances against Golden State with AD out there. They have no answer for him. 0-4 against Sacramento. While yes, again, agree with that, but with no Malik Monk, that is not the same team that we went 0-4 against. So totally understand the philosophy there in the regular season, but those situations and the chips have changed. The situation has changed for Sacramento and Golden State. Only thing that remains the same there is Denver, and that's the yikes. Craig, hello to you as well, man. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Miguel, what's going on, bro? The basketball gods don't like when you dodge a matchup. Yeah, facts. You never, ever, ever duck, ever. And I'm gonna keep saying that because you got to be careful, man, in these YouTube streets, man. Because if you say you don't like the matchup, or if you say anything that isn't, Lakers going to beat everybody. Like if you don't speak like a true homer, right, then they come for you. But at the end of the day, I'm a diehard Laker fan. As I said, I bleed purple and gold. I do these shows nightly because of the Los Angeles Lakers and basketball in general. But what I'm saying is I'm objective. I'm realistic. I'm truthful. I tell the truth. Right. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, while I don't love the matchup, you do not duck them. You just cannot duck them. Not at all. He said, only thing is the Lakers will be a bit more fresh when they first encounter the Nuggets. A bit more fresh. That's a narrative I'm going to challenge because I'm seeing that go around too. They're not a bit fresh because Gabe is not Gabe yet and Vando was still out. You know what I mean? So if there's a chance that Vando can make it back by round 2, then I would much rather face Denver in the Western Conference Finals if we could get there, right? So the whole thing about when we face them, it doesn't make sense to me that it's any way better for us to face them with Gabe not fully back, no Vando with any time to get any real game activity in. So to me, that will never make sense. I get it. Like I said, the Pride floor are gonna spin it to make it. I understand. And I get it. I get up. Nah, we're beating everybody. Like I get it. Like you root for your team, and it's fine. But what I'm saying is, it's okay to show a little vulnerability. It's okay to admit that, man, this team's tough. They're gonna gotta show me they can beat them, man. We gotta go get it. We gotta go get it. Like I got no problem at all saying that. I have no problem saying this is a tough matchup for us because it is. Everything about it says so. The eye test, the numbers, everything points to that it's a bad matchup for us. And I'm already, it's already gonna be predicted. It's gonna be predicted already. It's gonna be if they get there and they lose in round 1, the people who said they wanted them in round 1, they're going to have a boatload of excuses as to why they still wanted them in round 1 and why it didn't go right was because of Ham or D'Lo and all this. But at the end of the day, they will never admit that it was just the wrong matchup for the first round. They won't because they're going to die on that hill. But at the end of the day, it's okay. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying, though, is my philosophy of preferring to have them later while not ducking them. But if I had it, but if it was like, if it lined up to where we got them later, it would be more beneficial to the Lakers, I believe. 1, it will lead to maybe someone else knocking them off and you not have to face them. 2, injuries can happen or you could get healthy. There's things that can happen. Your suspensions can happen. Something can happen that could benefit you and give you an advantage, which happens to every team that wins a championship. Something happens to give them an advantage. It happens every single year. And I wouldn't mind the Lakers getting a little luck like that because every team that wins a chip gets a little bit of luck, right? And there is nothing to me that facing Denver in the first round, nothing about that shows luck to me. You know what I mean? Does not show luck to me. Matter of fact, you can argue that there might be luck to Denver. You could argue that, right? So, but on side of that, like I said, I don't envision a scenario where it is better to get Denver in the first round than the second or third round. I just refuse to see the advantage there. It just doesn't make any sense on any type of logic at all. Let's see. Shouldn't Dinwiddie start over Reeves? We need Dinwiddie to lock on Murray. I don't think Dinwiddie should start. So my thing is, It's not. It doesn't matter because it's not going to happen. They're going to start D'Lo. They're going to start Reeves. They're going to start Rui. They're going to start Braun. They're going to start RD. That's the starting lineup now. That is, unless they go in and they come back 0-2 and there's a real big struggle then there may be an adjustment at that point. But going into that series, it's going to be that starting lineup. Now, I've been a major component of, I like Spence off the bench. I like him being the point guard off the bench. I like the combo of him and Gabe off the bench. While I also like Austin off the bench for offense. I really, really do. My preference would be if you're going to start a big instead of Austin, I would kind of like a two-way guy out there. And I would probably prefer Max in the starting lineup just for the first 5 minutes. Defend, be able to shoot, be able to get some explosiveness, and keep everyone else in their normal roles. But again, that's probably not realistic going into the playoffs. So if I had my choice, Spence would be my last choice. Not from a talent perspective, just because I need our bench to be stronger, right? But right now, Max really not being an option. Gabe is not all the way back. So if there was going to be a shakeup to the starting lineup, it probably would be Dinwiddie for Reeves. Because as I've said multiple times, Reeves plays the same way off the bench as he does when he starts. And he can still play starters minutes and he can still finish games off the bench, right? So if you bench D'Lo, you basically lose him. You basically don't get anything from him. Gemini, what's good, my guy? What's going on? What's going on with you, sir? Hope you're having a good night, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you. Denver owns us. They do right now. It's on us to take that property back, man. It's on us to take that property back. Can the Lakers just not get swept by Denver? Well, I mean, that would be ideal, right? Ideal is beat them. Well, first of all, beat New Orleans, but ideally beat Denver. And to me, to be honest, whether you lose in game 7 or losing a sweep, it still hurts. Losing in game 7 hurts. It hurts bad. It hurts real bad. So losing a game 7 or getting swept, they both hurt. And why maybe you don't get clowned as much and maybe you don't get labeled, oh, you got swept. Going to a game 7 and losing, man, that stings, man. Being that close and losing, man, that stings, man. It stings no matter what. You know what I mean? No matter what, it stings. Put up a fight? Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, they put up a fight last year. They were in every one of those games. They just couldn't finish. Like, you could argue, I know this sounds crazy, but even though Miami beat Denver in one game, they got blown out in every other game. So you could argue that the Lakers series with Denver was more competitive, even though it was only 4 games, because they were in every game. I understand they did not get one win, but whether you get 1 win or 3 wins, you still lose the series. But if you compete in every game versus getting blown out in every game but one, to me, I think the team that got swept, had a more competitive series. You know what I mean? Freeman says the plus side of potentially going to the second play-in with the Warriors or Kings is that the Lakers have home court. However, it's an extra game before the playoffs. It's an extra game that a lot of things can go wrong in a 1-game scenario. Like I said, Steph going for 50, Braun rolling an ankle, AD getting in foul trouble. There's too many things that can go wrong in getting to a second 1-game, getting into a winner go home scenario. Just to duck a team and go to face a team that you're still not guaranteed to beat just because you have a better matchup, that favors you a little bit more than the other team. So it's still a bad idea to me. That's a bad idea to me. It says the road to finals is through Denver. Can we drop Wood or Reddish and get a bruiser like Dwight or someone? No, we are who we are. That team is locked. They're not removing anyone. Dwight is never coming back, not just to the Lakers, but to any team in the league. That is done. But the road to the finals definitely is through Denver. But no, they're not dropping Wood. They're not dropping Reddish, and they're not going to be able to get a bruiser like Dwight or someone because they already have 15 people on the roster, and it's done. This is what they're going to war with. And the reason being, the Lakers are not going to drop any of those guys because they gave all those guys a second-year player option, and if they get waived, that second year is guaranteed. So they're not just going to give them that money for nothing. It's just not going to happen. It's not how the Lakers roll. Dan Inspiration, what's going on, my guy? Jamal Murray turns into MJ when he faces the Lakers. A lot of people say that, but Murray cooks everybody. Look what Murray did against the Heat in the finals. Like, I understand that that people see more games of Murray versus the Lakers because the Lakers are a team. But sometimes you check out Murray against, Murray's had monster games against almost every team in the league. And he had a 30-point triple-double in the finals. Like he bodied Miami. So it's not just the Lakers that he gets fits to, but it just feels like it. I understand it. Fo, what's going on, man? Jeff, what are our chances? We beat the Nuggets out of 100. Bron will be more rested than he was last year when he was gassed. There's that. Again, I'm holding off on my official prediction for a Denver series until I know we're actually facing them, and I really want to see how this Laker team looks in the next game. So I want to paraphrase here, like I want to put that out there first. Okay. However, right now, I would say 60-40 Denver right now. I'd say 60-40 Denver, but I reserve the right to change my mind after the next game, assuming the Lakers win that game, and I need to see how this team looks in that game. And that being said, right now, I've got 60-40 Denver right now. And I know that's not going to be popular opinion. Like I said, I'm a diehard Laker fan, but I'm not a homer, and I'm not blind. You know what I mean? I'm not unrealistic. I can be objective. I can be honest. I wish it was 100 Lakers like I do. But like I said, they're the champs for the reason, and you've got to beat them to prove that they're no longer going to repeat. And they're going to be favored at every series they play, including the Lakers. That's just the reality of it. Playing Denver early will be our best bet to beat them, especially with fresh legs versus Western Conference Finals, where there'll be more wear and tear. Like I said, man, coming off of Lakers have basically been playing a must-win game for the last week and a half. So their playoffs have already started. So they're not fresh, first of all. Plus, they're going to be playing an extra game here, at least one extra game. And like I said, Gabe isn't all the way back yet. There's no Vando. I would prefer to have Gabe be more up to speed and Vando back to feel more confident against Denver. We're not going to have Vando against Denver if we get there. It's looking like in the first round. So because of that, I know a lot of people undervalue Vando. Some people overvalue Vando. What I'm saying about Vando is not a savior, but he adds a layer to this team that makes this team what this team is and what it's missing. And he's not just going to show up and in game one be Vando that got hurt in Boston. That's going to take a little bit of time. So I would prefer to have that. I would prefer to have him and Gabe more better, in better shape and more in tune. I'd prefer that to go full strength against this Denver team. We're not going to be full strength in round one is pretty much my point. Dwight can't play in the NBA. Dwight's not coming to the NBA. Let's see. Rodell, what's going on, man? 7th seed to get Denver. Yeah. That's what I said. I was saying during the game. I kept putting it out there. No one wanted to touch it. You know what I mean? Because I was like, but I knew everyone was going to be like probably overconfident and just try to because people are prideful, and I totally understand that. But at the end of the day, you got to be realistic here. You got to be realistic. No one would want Denver in round one. No one. So it just is what it is. Who wants the champions in round one? That's tough. Now, you don't duck them, and if you get them, you get them. F them. You face them, right? But ain't no one out there sitting home wishing, oh, God, please let us get Denver in round one. Please let us get Denver in round one. You are tripping if anyone is thinking that. Micah, what's good, my brother? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Free Mind says, I have a feeling that Kings might get revenge, but I can't count out Curry when that game 7 in Sacramento last year. Yeah, like I said, I would feel a lot more confident about the Kings if they had Malik Monk. I really would. So without that, I don't feel as confident. So I feel Golden State's going to get it. And Golden State pretty much felt that way too, which is why they rested all their guys today. Jeff, Search, the GOAT mod, all my Empire family. Salute to you, Micah, man. Appreciate you as always, brother. Let's see. You got Lakers in 5, Rodell. That's bold, brother. That's bold. Patrick James says Golden State over the Kings. Golden State have too many weapons, and Kings without Monk is a disaster. Yeah, I believe that too. And Draymond, gets into Bonus's head. He does. Lakers all day. What's good, bro? How you doing, man? This Laker team been up and down since the first games in the season. Nothing new with these Lakers. Yeah, that's exactly why I've been saying I got trust issues with them. Absolutely. If Vando was back, I would feel much better. Yeah, that's my take. Having Scottie Pippen Jr. dropping 28 against the Lakers, that is bad as hell. Yeah, so is letting Deontay Exum light you up from 3. The Lakers been doing this all season, man. They've been letting scrubs come in and get busy, and no one hears from those guys again. You know what I mean? So that ain't nothing new. Like I said, I was joking the last stream. I was like, y'all got Scottie Pippen Jr. in the Hall of Fame yet? Because you know how Laker Nation overreacts. But no, he had himself a great game. I'm happy for him. I'm rooting for him other than against the Lakers. I hope that was enough to get him a contract and get him a roster spot next year. And I'm happy that he played great. He showed out and we won. So it was a win-win because I want that kid to have a career and I want him to have a roster spot. So shout out to him, man. Matchups with Denver. Braun, Spencer, Rui, AD, Hayes, D'Lo, and Reeves are always getting cooked by MPJ when they played the two guard. MPJ did not even have that great of a playoffs last year. He's played us much better this season for sure. But last season, he was the guy that just didn't seem to be great against us last year. Here's my thing, though. Y'all got to be careful with all this Hayes love, man. Y'all got to be careful what you ask for. Hayes against Joker is going to be a disaster, all right? And Hayes is a low IQ basketball player who's great in pace and space, but not in traffic or congestion. If the Lakers are out there running and gunning, he can get you some stuff, man. But he came in today and Lakers were up 30. He comes in and the lead immediately got dropped by 10 or 11 points. So you got to be careful with Hayes spot minutes against the other team's second unit. But Jackson Hayes is not a number 2 big on a team. Like, he's just not. And I know it's not his fault that's who the Lakers have as the number 2 big on their team right now. That's the Lakers' fault, not Jackson Hayes. But anyone that's believing that he can be that, then I got a bridge in Brooklyn I can sell you. Let's see. We like big centers to support AD against Jokic, so it looks really dire. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Joker going to be Joker regardless, Search. You can have 4 centers out there, and he's going to be him because he doesn't play like a normal center. And normal centers aren't going to be able to go guard him around that 3-point line and where you're putting the ball on the floor and directing the offense. Like, he destroys traditional centers with that type of play. Traditional centers aren't put together to get out there and guard someone like Joker, no matter what. So that wouldn't solve that problem, right? What the Lakers need is those wings and Gabe and all of those guys who can help guard those other guys. They're shooters, they're perimeter guys, they're wings. That's what the Lakers need to lock up on. There is no stopping Joker and probably no really stopping Murray. Make him work, maybe. But you're probably not stopping those 2 guys. But MPJ, Aaron Gordon, KCP, Braun, all these other dudes, those are the dudes that, and Reggie Jackson kills the Lakers, right? So those are the dudes that the Lakers really have to lock in on. If Joker goes for 30 and Murray goes for 30 and they help keep that bench below 40 points, then you know what I mean, you have a real good chance of beating them. But like, Bruce Brown was a cheat code for them last year. Came in and was just getting busy every time and just lit up the Lakers. A couple threes here, a steal, a breakout basket. Like, there's so many things that they did that hurt the Lakers, and they've done it again this year. But what I'm saying is, stopping Joker, no one is going to do. Nobody is going to stop Joker. And the majority of people are not going to stop Murray. You have these guys now that you got to hopefully help with their guards and wings. That's what they need to be focused on, because like I said, Murray and Joker can get 30 each. If you do your best to limit the others, then you can still beat them. And you also have to attack both of them offensively. You need Joker and Murray playing defense. You need their legs getting tired. You need D'Lo, Reeves, Dinwiddie, Gabe going at him. You need AD. You need Braun. You need to target Joker in pick and roll situations. Whoever he's guarding, bring him up. Get him on a switch on Braun. Get him to switch and guard Braun on the perimeter. Make him work. But that's on Braun and AD. That's on Braun and AD. And these are the things they really have to do. It's not always just about getting a big guy to stop Joker, because that's never going to happen. D'Lo and Ham Sandwich and Austin Super. Well, Austin had a great Western Conference Finals last year. He averaged 20 points. He shot above 50%. Like, Austin did his thing last year. You know what I mean? So D'Lo, yeah, he definitely struggled. But Austin had a great game today too. Austin came off of Team USA, played all 82 games. Like, salute to Austin Reeves, man. Like I said, I understand that he's the fall guy for a lot of people, but him and D'Lo and Ham. But at the end of the day, we ain't going nowhere without him right now. So I'm going to choose to continue to root for him because we're going to need him. Man, we need Seawood versus Denver. Need a 6'10" forward like him on Aaron Gordon. It's like Gordon just bullies the Lakers. Need to go big to have a chance. Yeah, well, I think Rui in the starting lineup may be able to help with that a bit. Might be able to help with that a bit, but because he's a guy that Rui wouldn't maybe struggle to guard as much. Rudy's going to struggle to guard someone like a Michael Porter Jr. Rudy doesn't guard threes that great, right? So he's a power forward. He's really not a 3. They got him at the 3 because Braun, you don't want him chasing wings all season or all year, right? 39 years old. Again, here that's foolish to try to hope for that. So what I'm saying is because Rui has to be out of position here at the 3, he's played the majority of his career at the 4. Very, very minimally played the 5. He's 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 been a 4 most of his career. He's played 3, obviously. In very, very small situations, he's played the 5. He's obviously never played the 2 or never played the 3. He's not a guard. But that's pretty much what they're going to try to probably do is hopefully maybe try to have him mix it up with Gordon a little bit if Gordon has it going. You also have Braun there. So Braun and Rui will get some switching there on Gordon, and you got MPJ to worry about. We missed on Kai Jones. He can back. Yeah, just he got too many problems, man. Lakers weren't gonna go after that. Anthony Paris, what's going on, man? Lakers better go to 8. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You can't duck, man. We can't duck, man. That's worse. You can't duck. Let's see. Help out BG shoot. We need Vando for his defense and his rebounding. Anything else is just icing on the cake, man. We missed on K, big body that can block shots and play alongside AD. Clippers grabbed him. Yeah, like I said, he just it's just a tough thing to sell by getting him there, man. The Laker brand, that's a tough grab. Sometimes it's who you know. Bronny will be in the NBA Laker or not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Relationships matter. Absolutely, relationships matter. Appreciate you, Search. Let's go and check this count real quick. I don't know how long ago you put that. So let's see here. We got 83 people in the building right now on YouTube, man. Shout out to y'all, man. But only 45 likes on the video. So do your boy a favor, man, and drop the like on the video if you have not done so already. It's free to drop a like on the video, man. Subscribe to the channel if you also have not done so already, man. We're doing these videos nightly, so you might as well subscribe, turn on those notification bells to get reminded when we go live. So you can make sure to pop up and check us out, man. So definitely would appreciate it, man. About 30% of the people who watch nightly have yet to subscribe. Makes no sense. Come on, you here every night anyways. Just to subscribe to the channel, man. Do yourself a favor. And if you stealth over here and you're just someone else under like a burner account or a troll account, it's all good. It's all good, man. Still subscribe. Believe it or not, we know you're here anyway. So subscribe, man. Subscribe, put a like on the video. We greatly, greatly appreciate it, man. And help your boy out, man. Help your boy out. You're watching anyway. So appreciate y'all, man. Let's see. Appreciate you, Search, for the reminder. Thank you. And also, we got memberships over here, man. We got the mini mid-level, we got the mid-level and the full mid-level. Different levels of membership. We're going to be giving away some game tickets to the Dodgers, some merchandise, some memorabilia, all these to the members, man. So for less than it costs for lunch, you get a monthly membership from Empire Jeff TV. Chance to win some free stuff. Got some members-only videos coming as well as some vlogs coming soon. So we greatly, greatly appreciate it. And like I said, like, subscribe. And shout out to everyone over on Twitter as well, man. I see you guys over there. Rocking heavy. Drop a like on the post, man, and retweet that joint for your boy, man. Greatly appreciate all y'all, man. Thank you, Search. Okay, we got Gideon here. What's going on, Gideon? I say try to beat the Pels and get 3 days of rest. Play the Nuggets. Yeah, that's what they got to do, man. Like I said, you cannot duck them, bro. You cannot duck them, and you can't let a team who's already in your head get more mental ammo and live more rent free in your head if they even get a sniff of you trying to duck them. Just can't do it. Jeff, would that be called nepotism? I do understand your point, and you are 100% correct. Business is business. Yeah, Roy, it would be considered nepotism, but business being business and all, business is ran by nepotism, brother. Like it just is. Go to any Fortune 500 company, any major business, even family businesses, small-owned companies like Aldi. So there's nepotism everywhere. You can't beat it. No sense in fighting it because all it does is lead the board that you're not going to win anyway. So nepotism is just a way of life. It's just the way of things are. Go to any major company and somebody's daddy got their son or daughter or someone in there, someone's auntie, someone's something. So nepotism, it's just part of the world, bro. It just is what it is. Like I said, go to any major company anytime. It's just all over the place. So it is what it is. It happened so much that they had to give it a name, right? Nepotism just didn't come about because one or two people took advantage of it, right? Nepotism has a word because it's a real thing. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. It's just all part of business. Why tank and potentially lose to the Warriors or Kings and miss the playoffs? I don't understand the logic of tanking. Yeah, me neither. That's what I'm saying. You cannot tank. You cannot duck whatsoever. Facing the Nuggets round 1 without as much playoff mileage can let the Lakers go all out to take them out, get rid of the tough matchup early. Well, hepatitis, there's a flip side to that coin because you're also getting Denver without any miles on them either, and they're better than you right now. So there's that. You're like, that's my point. Eduardo, what's going on, my guy? You are preaching, my bro. F Denver, let's get it. That's right, Eduardo. Like I said, I can sit up here and tell you I don't like the matchup. I can sit up here and say that I still probably think Denver might beat us in round one, right? I can still say that. While I can also say that I'm not ducking them, I'm not afraid of them, and I think we can beat them. I can those all those things can be true. And you see how easy that is just to be honest and get it off your chest and don't just be foolish pride. Come on, y'all, man. Let's be objective around here, man. Gideon says you also have to worry about Michael Porter. Yeah. This season we do. He hasn't really killed us in the past. This season he has. Yes, Search, I understand, bro. We do need him. I think we need to play Max more too if Vando is not playing. Yeah, I would love to play Max more, but like I said, then we just got Gabe back. He's gonna play the veterans, he's gonna play the guys they signed $13 million to. They're gonna play Dinwiddie, who they got in the buyout market, to fill that role. Max is just the odd man out right now. It just is what it is. I would love to see Max out there. I've been talking about Max for a while. But rotations are going to get trimmed a little bit. I think he played 9 games, 9 players today through the thick of it until like the final minute or two. It was a playoff rotation. Guys were screaming to get this guy in, get this guy in. People were popping bottles when they were up 20 and then throwing tantrums when they were only up 17. So like that is the craziness of Laker Nation, right? They're just never happy. So it happens though. But what I'm saying is this is that he's going to go to a shorter rotation. At least he should, Darvin. Don't play Darvin. Like he should go to a shorter rotation, and Max is just going to be outside of that. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. All right, sorry about that. I thought Lucky got into something, but he didn't. We're good. Shout out to Lucky, man. Shout out to Lucky. Lakers got to play who's in front of them. Bron and AD got to be reminded of who they are. They still can take out anyone. Facts, they can. And the thing is, my thing isn't about doubting the greatness of the duo of Bron and AD. My thing with Bron and AD is, can they do it every single night? Can Bron at 39 years old, that's a tough task to ask. And AD, while requiring him to be the best defensive player in the world, while guarding one of the best offensive players in the world and still having and hoping he gets you 25 or 30. Tough task. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm worried about is having, Joker don't got to play that defense like that, right? Murray's got a bunch of other guys to guard people. So those guys are fresh offensively, which is why I say that the Lakers got to do a better job of going at those guys, getting them involved in switches and making them play defense. It's important. Richard says, do you think he goes for the draft? He just wants to hear the NBA scouts say about his name and improve, most likely to transfer. I think I think if he knows he'll get drafted or get it with the team, he'll go to the draft, right? And that's his long-term goal. So I think it's more likely I'll say this. I think it's more likely he ends up on the Lakers at another college team. That's just how I feel right now, but we will have to wait and see on that, man. I think Ham Sandwich should be playing Max more because of his defense and his offensive 3 points. Yeah, but Dinwiddie's been playing well. Like I said, and you just got Gabe back, so you got to see what you have there. Max, hopefully, is still part of our future. He's still very young, and you got these veterans out there, which you're going to need at this time of the year. But I've been saying all season I want Max to play, but because they haven't played him, it's kind of hard to just plug him in there now and a guy who hasn't played much all season and put all these expectations on him and then have all of Laker Nation turn on him the second it doesn't work, and you don't want to damage him because Laker Nation is impatient. Mind y'all the same nation that was screaming bench D'Lo and then rioted when he benched D'Lo. Like, y'all got to be a little consistent here, y'all. Come on now. Get it together, man. Let's see. Court Kings, Chris says, if I was in the NBA and had an opportunity to have my son get drafted and play, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the people saying it would be doing the same thing if it was their son and they could flex their muscles to make it happen. It's your son. It's your kid. Like, like, I understand it. And like I said, it's a business that the two have been in for almost a quarter century. Like it just is what it is, man. Denver has a better coach who calls timeouts to stop momentum. Denver does have a better coach. Timeouts do not always stop momentum. I'm just telling you guys this, man. Timeouts, that is a narrative that's been built into your brain. Phil Jackson never called timeouts. And then Ham is not Phil Jackson. Ham is not Popovich. He's not any of those guys. But what I'm saying is those guys knew that wasn't the case. They knew that it was more important to have more timeouts later. And the thing is, if you got a guy that you cannot stop, you have no answer for them. A timeout isn't stopping that. Now, a shooter that's hot, that doesn't typically get hot, or you're trying to put him off there, but you got just a complete disadvantage of a guy who's killing you and you can't do nothing about it because the way today's game is played and officiated, my brother, there ain't no timeout stopping that. You could have 50 of those joints. You ain't stopping it. You're not stopping it. And what's the point of calling a timeout when you don't have the solution to the problem and then not having those timeouts later? You guys got to ask yourself these questions. That is not a normal coaching philosophy. It's not. You've been programmed to see that, but it's not. Ideally, yeah. Timeout. Ha, 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 ha. We just stopped your run with this timeout. You done. Ha. It don't work that way. It don't work that way, y'all. Charlie, what's going on? Hello to you, man. Hi, Empire Jeff TV. Are you sure that LeBron James is 39 years old? He looks like he's 27. Man, he looked 25 today, man. Shout out to Bron and all that greatness we saw out there today. But yeah, unfortunately, he is 39, man. If Lakers win against Denver, I think we're going to win the chip. If Lakers will lose, Ham might get fired. Either way, Lakers fans be happy. That's facts too. What's up, Vincent? That's true. That's true. You know what's funny is the Lakers could get to the Western Conference Finals. The Lakers would keep Ham, and and it's like we're gonna be dealing with this all again, which I don't want, man. I regardless, man, just put this man and this fan base out of this misery already, man. Like I don't want to go through another season of people who don't understand the first ounce of coaching, like to just be this all season, man. I just don't want to deal with it again, man. Like it's so taxing, bro. Just send them off, man. Send them off. Send them off now. Send them off before the playing game. Send them off before the playoffs. Like I'm so over it. Get them out of here, man. Get them out. He said, Craig, Lakers in trouble. We can't make a gourmet meal without a ham sandwich. JSJ, what's going on, JS? I mean, if we can beat Denver in the first round, we can definitely beat the Thunder. I mean, yes, but it doesn't work that way. It don't work that way. Because you beat a great team does not mean you're going to beat the next team. You should, yes. You should, yes. But it doesn't mean you will. The 2004 Lakers beat the San Antonio Spurs and then went and lost to the Detroit Pistons. It don't work that way. Them narratives, I tell you, bro. Jeff, what basketball plays or matchups you are hoping to see against the Nuggets? I think they should attack Murray, defense every position, and Jokic above. There we go. I said that earlier. Good to hear an echo. There we go. There we go. I do believe that if we play the same energy every single night as we played the Gumbo Shrimp tonight, I feel that we can get a win. It's really the trust factor that my man Jeff talking about. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, thank you. Finally, people are like, that's exactly what I'm saying, man. I say things and it translates into people's mind to what they want to hear versus what I'm actually saying, right? Which is the world today. However, what I'm saying is pretty much what you're saying there. The Pelicans, the deep fried Pelicans, which we've deep fried them the last couple times here. What I'm saying though, and I've been saying this, and I will continue to say this nonstop. I don't give a damn who was on that bench. I don't give a damn who's on that bench. If these players bring that energy that we saw today, the energy we saw in the in-season tournament, then we're in great shape. I have no trust issues. Maybe we just lose to someone that's better than us. Maybe we just have a bad game. Maybe we hit a slump. I can live with that. I can live with that. I can't live with lack of energy, low basketball IQ, laziness, passive aggressiveness. I can't deal with a bunch of guys doing that. That's what I've had a problem with all season. I don't give two damns who's on that bench when the Lakers play with that type of energy. It don't matter. And I'm here to tell you, and I don't care who disagrees with this because it's the truth. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, these veterans, they're not out there pouting on the court because of a coach. I mean, come on, man. Like a Max Christie, a Maxwell Lewis, a J.H. Those are the type of dudes who a coach can have pout. These veterans, these dudes that got money, these dudes that got brands, y'all big tripping. Y'all all the way big tripping on that. Ain't no coach getting them in their feelings. You know what I mean? It's not happening. It's not happening. What's happening is LeBron James and Anthony Davis have been coasting because they knew the road was going to be rocky anyways. And it's foolish to sit back and think you can flip a switch. But that appears to be the path that they've chosen. They've talked about it. They've said it. Just get in. We just got to get in. They verbally said it. And we talked about this. Shout out to Dan, man. We talked about this on Around the League. We talked about this multiple times. I've talked about it on my channel. I've talked about this number of times. That while players will be out there taking that 65 game rule serious, you're going to see some in-game load management. You're going to see it. Because that's the only way they're going to get to those 65 games. I've been saying this. I said this before. A single jump ball happened this season. And I'll be damned if that's not what happened. Told y'all, man, I'm always right sometimes. I'm always right sometimes. But it just is what it is. You know, you find these loopholes. They find these loopholes. And the loophole to that 65 game is just in-game load management. Get in there, get a couple of points. Ow, 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 let me get out of here. And that's the way around it. That's the way around it. And so LeBron James and Anthony Davis figured that out. And they figured out a way to do it without being criticized for it, for no showing. Because you don't hear street clothes name. You don't hear that. So think about that. Think about that. The Lakers chose this path. Now, I'm pretty sure they chose this path not expecting to hopefully get Denver in the first round because they probably figured we can get to 6 or 7 and then not have to deal with these dudes. But then Denver didn't get first. They caught that L in San Antonio. So here we are. Let's get it. You know what I mean? So Kurt, what's going on, my guy? What's up, Jeff? Lucky, search and chat. Let's get out and play in the first. Pels aren't going out like this next game. Have to stay dialed in. You know, I can make a better argument that the Pels would duck Denver. Could get away with ducking Denver. You know what I mean? They could get away with it. Lakers can't. Where's Lucky? I think about it. He's a little quiet. That's a little concerning. Yeah, when Lucky's quiet, that's concerning. I'm gonna let it ride, man. I'm gonna put that in God's hands. You know, I hope that everything's safe. Hepatitis says, imagine the confidence the Lakers would have beating Denver. If they do that, they just might have a chance to be one of the rare cases where a lower seed wins a chip. They could just take off. They could. No doubt. They absolutely could, but it doesn't guarantee that they will. But I'm with you. They absolutely could. It just does not guarantee that they will. But I'm right there with you. LeBron going to be healthier though. What's going on, Samuel? Yeah, he's healthier. He is healthier now. Yeah, but again, Bron can't do it by himself, right? Bron cannot do it by himself. And I'd prefer if Gabe was healthier and if we had a healthy-ish Vando. I'd prefer that. I would just prefer that. But it is what it is. I'm just giving my preference. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Would have rather had Vando, but it's give and take. Yeah, that's exactly. We're on the same page. Fresh as LeBron and AD, less mileage. Last year they faced Denver after a 2 6-game series. No guarantee that makes a difference. So yeah, it's all preference, y'all. No, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying anyone else is wrong. I'm not. Again, when I talk basketball, it's preference, right? Because we all see and love the game a little bit different. I've talked about this multiple times. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying this is just my preference, right? As is someone else's preference, totally different. And our opinions, perfectly fine. For me, I feel that we would be at our best with more soldiers going to war against a champion. Warren, what's going on, man? The Lakers remind me of Rocky running up those steps, getting stronger. Man, except the Lakers would roll an ankle going up those steps, man. Rob, what's going on, man? Denver not guaranteed to win again this year. Another team can win it all. We will see. Oh, facts. Yeah, they're definitely not guaranteed. But they're the champs, and you gotta respect that. And they're gonna be the favorites until someone beats them, without a doubt. So, Steven says, my guy, you can't be afraid to play Denver. You can't lose on purpose, so stop talking cowardly. How can I respond to this nicely? Because I'm a nice guy. Maybe you need to listen a little better. And I'm not sure what part of the show you came in on. Thank you for being here, though. But no coward live here. And I've never said that once during this stream, like at all. But that's cool. Maybe you got ADD. Maybe it's Dory from Nemo and you forget every 15 seconds. One guy said, that's okay. I sympathize with you. But outside of that, That's nowhere near what I'm saying. But damn, thank you for proving my point of what I say gets taken and mixed up into something different. My God, you couldn't show up at a better time and prove my point. So thank you, man. I owe you a drink. I owe you a drink. There we go. Salute to you. You're a blessing. There we go. There we go. Look at this. Perfect timing. Perfect timing, chat. Couldn't ask for better timing here. This is incredible. Asking you shall receive. Let's see. To be the best, we got to beat the best. Oh, facts. I said that as well. I said that a couple times. Get those likes up. Absolutely. Let's do a number check here. Where we at? Okay, so we're now up to 59 likes. So greatly appreciate it if you drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, as I mentioned. Climbing up there, so appreciate you, man. Gabe Vincent got to take one for the team and put some extra hot sauce and Jokic food before the game or something. Earn that paycheck. Oh, man. I ain't trying to poison nobody or get no one sick, man. I want to beat them healthy. But, yeah, I get what you mean. At this point, it's war, right? F them. Get those likes up. Facts. Appreciate you, man. JSJ, what's going on? Kurt says, everyone, please like, subscribe so that Zion will be distracted by 9G model next game. That's funny. Thank you, Jeff. Max needs to be starting. Max can play defense and shoot. Help us. Max should be more playing, man. Yeah, no, I get it. I've been saying that most of the season. But it's it might be too late to do it now, though, Lakers all day. That ship may have sailed this season. But sorry, guys. Again, still getting over this flu. So sorry for all the coughing here. I preferred this most of the season, but unfortunately, Lakers all day, I think we've reached a point where it's just not going to happen, man. D'Lo 6 point per game hurt us in the Western Conference. It gives us just his average of 18. We win. Yeah, no, that's fair, Steven. D'Lo definitely definitely hit a wall there and struggled, and it sucked. But there was a lot. I understand that D'Lo is going to get the blame for it. But there's a lot that went wrong with that. Braun just taking inexcusable threes in those fourth quarters of game 1 and 2. Love Braun. We don't get anywhere without him. But a lot of guys did a lot of things that helped lead to those losses. And defense, transition defense, offensive rebound, all that, all those is all in there. The whole team wears that loss, not just D'Lo. However, I do agree that if he did get his average, we'd be in a much better place. Yeah, absolutely. Darvin doesn't play Max, like he broke up with his niece or something. Yeah, you know what? I would love to sit back and say like that doesn't happen. Like there's not pettiness, or there's not like I would love to sit back and say that like that's not in the game. But there is some weird stuff, and coaches do hold grudges, and there is a coach's doghouse. The players find themselves in. So that's a fact. That's a fact. What's going on, KD? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your continued support. I hope you're having a good one. Appreciate you. Phoenix gave Denver a good run for their money. Their elite shot creation gave them the best chance. Maybe that's something the Lakers may need to attempt to find the off season and a big. Yeah, the thing is with that series, though, hepatitis, is every game was a blowout one way or another. So like I said, they weren't really down to the wire games. So they gave them a little bit of run as far as they tapped them a few times with some blowouts, but then Denver just hit them right back with it and just hit them with the knockout blow. So Denver, I feel this is what I say about Denver. Is I feel like that team is equipped. Like there are teams that are a worse matchup for them than the Lakers, but I don't think there's a team that they don't match up with. Like there's not a team where I'm like, okay, they need to avoid them, or that team is going to get them. Like I'm sitting here, I'm looking at Milwaukee, and I'm like, probably one of the worst teams for them to face in the first round, other than Boston, right? Like, is Indy, because Indy just gives them fits. A team that can score 150 a game almost any night, and those guards versus Milwaukee's guards who just can't guard guards, right? Their backcourt is actually worse than ours defensively. And probably the worst team for Milwaukee to get in the first round would be Indy. And they got them. And Indy's had their way with them during the regular season, physically, mentally, and now they got them here, right? And I think Indy. No, I may take Indy to get that series, though. I got to think on it for a bit, but right now, if I hit up the bookie, it'd have to be I'll be putting my money on Indy right now. I'm gonna have to sleep on this, but I think Indy has a chance to get them, I really do. Yeah, Phoenix, the best chance to knock them out. You think Phoenix? I think the best chance. I think their toughest matchup really is Minnesota. because of those twin towers. Ant to go at Murray, McDaniels to kind of get some fuss there to MPJ and Gordon. I would say Minnesota over Phoenix for Denver as far as being a worse matchup. That's just me though. What's going on, Michael? Lakers only beat the Nuggets if AD outplays Joker. Yeah, and that's going to be really hard to do considering the defense that AD has to play. That's been my concern. So I agree with you there. Definitely agree with you here. Let's see. Gabe and Spence are better than Dennis on defense. You talk about Dennis Schroeder? Gabe and Spence is better than Dennis on defense? Kurt Affair, I don't listen to rap anymore. However, they were some of my favorite artists. I may come out of retirement just to listen and then retire again. When I'm done, who's winning, Kurt? Okay, let me mind my business. They're having a side conversation here. Yeah, that's kind of what Dennis is known for, especially his POA defense. Yes, I don't know, man. Like I said, preferences, man, I guess, man. Darvin Ham wanted Denver round 1. I mean, he'll probably say that. You can't not say it, but Lucky social media. Lucky does have a social media. Let's see. Yeah, Rick Ross is definitely in it. Oh, he's definitely in it. He dropped one too. He dropped some yeah, man. This gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly, and K-Dot's gonna win it all, so it don't matter. But it's gonna get ugly. I respect Drake for taking all the battles and standing there and ready to him in his ghostwriting camp, ready for it all. But Ross, Kendrick, man, and Ross knows a lot of personal stuff about Drake. That's gonna get tough. And K-Dot and Dot is just gonna put that red dot on Drake's forehead, man. It's over. There's no way. There's no world we live in where Drake will beat K-Dot, in a sparring session. It just won't happen. And man, it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. There's some lines. I've been waiting for this. There've been some lines that was in that Drake one that people aren't catching. And I'm waiting to see if in Kendrick's response, if he does it, and then people get it. Free Mind says, Jeff, you were right when you said that the Vando coming back before playoffs report wasn't trustable. I told you guys. When everyone was pom-pomming, man, we getting Vando back. Like, what are y'all reading, bro? Like, just hire me to decode these reports for you, bro. I got you. I could consult. I do it already. I get paid to do that. I can help you out, man. Just hit me up. Try to tell people, man, but they get these reports. Like, oh my God. Come on. Crazy, man. Crazy. Let's see. What you think about Dodgers? Yeah, but it was a rough series against the Padres, oddly. Their arms are a little bit of concern right now. And the Dodgers, while I have this offense has a chance to be, generationally incredible, I don't like the fact that they're just relying on that. Like they're going to have to pull their weight, being the pitching staff. And I think they will. They got some really important guys out. Brazier's already been used too much, right? And it's starting to affect him. Vesia seems to give up at least a run, whether it be a home run or a single with a guy in the ghost running position, or like there's a lot of things that are not right with the starters and the bullpen, and teams are ambushing them because the Dodgers' philosophy clearly was try to get ahead of them with strikes. Teams are picking up on that, trying to ambush the the Dodgers are gonna have to adjust to that. But it's early on. They're gonna destroy the division. They're gonna run away. They're gonna finish with a top record, and come playoff time and the trade deadline, and they're gonna, and then the minors. You got Pages down there that can come up at any time. Which I like him getting reps down there, staying fresh, than being on the big league club, sitting on the bench. I like him staying ready. So if they need him, Vargas may be back up. So they've got options. They just got to work through it. And they're just giving a little bit of time here. Hayes getting lit up by Jokic. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, I know. People are thinking that people are drinking this Jackson Hayes Kool-Aid. I'm like, what are y'all tasting, bro? It's crazy. Okay, let's see. Dennis just makes it look like he's playing defense. Every team, including Boston, do better without him. I don't know, man. If you look at, they had them in 2021, the Lakers. They were solid until everyone got hurt. They had a top-rated defense. We saw what happened in 2022. Getting back in 2023, Lakers go to the Western Conference Finals. They lose them this year, and then they struggle with point of attack defenders. So that one, I don't know if that backs that up, bro. Let's see. Jeff, what do you think of the Drizzy, K. Rick Ross ongoing beef? Find it more entertaining than Skip and Shannon. Yeah, I was just talking about that. Like I said, I love it, man. I come from that era. So these guys are obviously K. Dot's more of that era, more built for that than the other guys. Although Ross Ross might be, well, Drake has been a lot of battles, right? But Drake has lost the battle, right? I don't care what nobody says, man. If you don't think that Pusha T beat Drake, then you just don't know hip hop, right? He took out Meek for sure. But as far as Pusha got him, Pusha already got him, and Pusha ain't even close to K. Dot, right? So, and Ross is just that bully, right? He's a guy that would never accept a defeat, never admit to one, never accept it. Like, he's just gonna keep coming and keep, he Ross is a different breed. So Drake is in a weird situation now, because just one of those dudes alone would be a tough battle for Drake. He got both of them, and there's more coming. There's more, so we'll see. African Gamer, salute to you, brother. Thank you for pulling it up. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. We won the 2020 championship with Howard and McGee, so do not agree with Howard and McGee. So do not agree. Yeah, I've talked about it at length too. We don't have the resources to reassemble that. Like, you got to understand all the things that went into that. Like, we don't have you're not going to get a player of 2020 Dwight's caliber at a minimum. It's not going to happen. And you don't have the money to get a player like McGee, who was not on a minimum deal that year. So, like, a lot of things fell the Lakers' way roster-wise right there. They signed Boogie to the minimum. He gets hurt. If he doesn't get hurt, then you don't even get a chance to get Dwight. And the only reason you got Dwight on the minimum is because he was almost out the league because of injuries and just not fitting with teams. And he was on his way out, and the Lakers got him in. And there were people that didn't even think Dwight would make it to January on that Laker team. And that kind of fell in their lap. And then, like I said, Dwight was not on a minimum deal. He was at like a $5-6 million, something like that range. So, like I said, the Lakers don't have the resources to go out and get a player like McGee right now and still have the wings they need to cover these other teams, which Denver also has wings. You have a better chance of stopping Denver's wings than you do at stopping Joker. You get what I'm saying? So that situation, which was also 4 years ago, league is a little bit different. That situation really wasn't going to work. And also, rounds 1 and 2, those guys didn't even play. They didn't even play. You know what I mean? So Marcus Morris was getting the bulk of the minutes at the 4 with 80 at the 5. Patrick says, Scottie Pippen Jr. as a Laker just brought me back to memory lane. How close was his dad actually playing for the Lakers? I heard it was close. It was very, very close. Very, very close. The Lakers just didn't want to pull the trigger on that deal with Chicago first. So that didn't happen. And then it came very close to them getting him from Houston before he ended up with Portland. And then it also became possible when he left Portland, actually went back to the Bulls. It became possible that he would go there. It just never lined up. He did end up working with them, not as an official head coach, but with some like player development stuff. He did end up working with them like post career. But as a player, it came close a few times. It just never really happened, but it did become close. The best way to stop Jokic is to just hope he retires mid-game to be a farmer. That's funny. Oh, man, that is funny. Let's see. Murray dropped 30 on Dennis. He's trash. Yeah, Murray did that in the finals too. Murray gets busy against anybody, bro. He's just that skilled. People act like Murray just kills the Lakers and gets 15 against everyone else. It's so stupid. Need to see Rui on Jokic while AD plays help. We saw that. Remember game 1, everyone thought, ooh, we found something. We found a cheat code. It's Rui on Joker. Ha! We lost game 1, but it's like we won it. We gonna get you. We gonna win 4-1. We out of here. And they tried it the next game, and then Joker put like 10 straight points on Rui and never went back to it because it was a disaster. AR is a reliable player given his faults. All facts. Yeah, 82 games this year, man. Loved Austin's craftiness today, like faking it past LeBron and splitting the D. Zion was confused. Yeah, it's the problem is just someone like Austin, we need him to do more than he's capable of, right? Like score, do these things. He's not a great defender. Like he's a guy that I prefer coming off the bench, and that way his weaknesses, because every player has them, his weaknesses aren't as magnified. Is pretty much kind of my take on him. Thank you, big baby man. Appreciate you, bro. Reeves ranked 14th overall in the NBA for on-ball efficiency. Yeah, and then his clutch efficiency, man, is top tier. More than most superstars. His clutch efficiency, which is nuts, off the charts. Is Vando healthy? Should we play him, albeit limited minutes? He's not healthy. He's not ready to play. He's not cleared. I'm still not convinced he's coming back. I hope he does, but he may not. He may not make it back with the time. If Denver takes out the Lakers in round one, then he ain't gonna be back. But I don't think he shows up in round one unless they're just keeping it super secret. Then it's dropping on us. But as of right now, I don't see him making it back for the. For that series, but we will have to wait and see. Hopefully he does. Like really, really, hopefully he does. But we're gonna have to wait and see on that because there's no guarantee that's coming. Not at all. Not at all. Let's see. Even in Vando comes back, we will have rust, and that's a problem. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I would hope he had time to get right against another team. We're probably not going to have that though. Gordon, scary, man. Seems like him and MPJ always lurking. Also feels like when they hit the three, it counts like 10. Yeah, those are such. So you all have heard me talk all season about loud buckets, loud points, loud scores, loud rebounds, loud stops, right? Everything those guys do are loud because it impacts it so much. The crowd gets going, man. Their teammates feed on it. Their confidence goes up, which improves their defense. So many things happen for the better when that happens for them. So yeah, I absolutely agree with it. And it's just that team is very good, man. That starting five is top tier. And while they're not that deep, especially as deep as last year, and they weren't that deep last year, that front five, man, that first five is legendary, man. Legendary. Let's see. Steven says, AD has the front Joker sometimes and mix it up on defense, be fast with his hands and feet, and don't let Joker catch the ball freely. Yeah, Steven, I totally agree with that. That's for sure. It's a good take there. DJ, what's going on, my guy? 60 Cent, man. DJ from Lakers in 5, man. Pausing his workout here, man, to get out here and salute you on the chat. Salute to you, brother, man. Thank you for pulling up. Make sure to head on over to Lakers in 5, man. Give my guy a sub. Probably already have Monster channel over there. Great content, great dude, great channel. Go and check him off there, Lakers in 5, man. Appreciate you tuning in, bro. He had a super marathon stream last night that I ended up on there last night. I'm tired, DJ, man. That was like a after party stream. Like, Jesus, man, I'm over here lagging today, man. There's a party over at Lakers in 5, man. Make sure to pull up over there and subscribe to my guy over there, man. Also, we need deadline D-Lo for the playoffs. Yeah, we absolutely do, man. We do need deadline D-Lo, but it looks like playoff D-Lo is creeping. We saw a little deadline D-Lo today, man. He gave us enough. He had a couple of those threes in transition. Like I said, he got 19 today, 6 of 13 shooting, 46% overall, 5 of 10 from 3. He had the 4 assists, but most importantly, zero turnovers, man. So love that. So he had himself a solid game. I'll take that any day of the week. But like I said, he needs to do it in the games that really, really matter. If D'Lo has a good series, not even a great series, he just can't have a bad series against Denver. If he has a good series, I like our chances. Doesn't have to have a great series, right? He just has to have a good series. Can't have a bad series and definitely can't have a terrible series, right? Just be good. Don't got to be great. You just can't be bad. Be good. Come on, D-Lo. If you want Lakers to beat the Nuggets, subscribe to the channel. Hey, appreciate you, big baby. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, come on, man. Like I told you, there's like 30% on you here on a nightly basis, bro, to pull up, that listen, check out the show every day. But if you have to sub, what's going on, man? What's going on? Come on, talk to me, man. Like I said, the lurkers, like I said, the burners, all these, like you subscribe. I'm like, you subscribing via burner, it still helps me. You know what I mean? I don't care. Like, did you hide and you're lurking? You're still here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, there's systems that find that. You know what I mean? We know you're here. So just do it, man. Come on. Vando coming back is a mystery. Facts. What's up, Bloodhound? Appreciate you, bro. Let's see. Max needs to play more, y'all. He can shoot the 3-point in the playoffs. You need guys to play defense and shoot. Yeah, I agree. I just think it might be a little too late, barring injury, my guy. Might be a little too late. Side note, did you see the Max Holloway versus Dustin fight? I did not. I said that fight was crazy. I did not. Can't lose on purpose. Lakers would be playing with fire. Facts, Bloodhound. Nope. There's no ducking ever. ever, ever. 10 times out of 10, it is a bad idea. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Lakers run like a family business. Facts. Facts. No way on earth that Rui can chase MPJ on those off-ball screens. So what is the alternative way to handle this? Is switching a good idea? The alternative way to handle this is having Vando in the starting lineup, but we don't have that luxury. There really isn't an alternative way to handle it other than trying to get is just Braun, right? Braun, you may have to see Cam a little bit in this series, which I don't love, but as far as his defense capabilities, Taurean Prince is going to have to step up. It's you're playing with fire there. Again, this team has got so many weapons. So many weapons. They're scary. JSJ, I actually have the Mavs. I don't trust the Clippers to stay healthy physically or mentally. Kyrie and Luka are going to kill them. The Clippers' best advantage is iso ball, but the Mavs kill iso ball too. So these two teams play very similarly. Excuse me. So when you put that into consideration, I'll take Luka and Kyrie over Kawhi and Paul George is what it's going to come down to. Clippers have a better coach, but I just think Luka is so great, especially in the playoffs, man. Sometimes it just feels like he goes quarters without missing. It just feels that way. And he gives the Clippers fits. Kyrie gives the Clippers fits. And they got Gafford. They got some size there now that can give the Clippers some fits. So I'm gonna go with Dallas, man. I'm just gonna go with Dallas. And that's not even me hating on the Clippers. It's not me hating. I feel like that's a bad matchup for the Clippers. We should play to win against the Pels. If we lose against the Nuggets, at least players get more rest for next season. Start coach searching and start tampering. I agree with everything there. Yeah. You gotta play to beat the Pels. Like I said, look, even if the back of your mind, and I said this earlier, even if in the back of your mind you got some doubt against playing Denver in the back of your mind as a player, you cannot give any inch of evidence or proof towards that to where Denver can pick up on that. Like I told you, you need to go into Pelicans and you need to make it look like you're looking to play Denver, right? You need to go in there and show there's no fear of facing Denver by the way you attack the Pelicans, right? I went on a little mini, I don't want to call rant, but I went on a little mini something about that earlier in the show. And like I said, you got to show up and show the world that you're here to kill the Pelicans so you can just get on that flight to Denver, man. Y'all know Max is shooting 45% from deep and LBJ is shooting 40 from deep. And D'Lo's also having a career year. So it's like, no, I agree. But Max getting a lot less shots than those other two, man. So on a larger sample size, we're going to have to wait and see. I like Max. I want him out there. But again, I just feel like the ship has sailed this season. We really could have used Wood. But definitely, yeah, we definitely could have. I'll be on DJ's channel too much, man. I'll be getting paranoid now over anything anyone says. I'm waiting for CJ to come up with a yay. Like at any moment here, man. Not ideal, bro. I think Braun's son needs to worry about college and playing basketball in college. He is not ready for the NBA yet. I agree, but it don't matter what we think. If Braun and Bronny want him in the league, he's going to get there. What's your prediction for playing tournament East, West, and why? I got the Lakers beating the Pelicans. I have let's think about this. I've got the Lakers beating the Pelicans. I've got the Warriors beating the Kings, and I have the Warriors beating the Pelicans. And I have the Warriors 8th. I have the Lakers 7th. And I have the Warriors giving OKC hell in the first round, potentially beating them. And Lakers Denver is going to be bananas in itself. Now, when we talk about in the East, we got the Bulls and the Hawks. 76ers and Heat. I'm going to go with the Heat over Philly to get 7. I'm going to go with the Bulls. I'm going to go Bulls over Hawks. God, that's a tough one there, but Hawks just played 0 defense, man. I'm going to go Bulls over Hawks. And then I'm going to go Philly over Bulls and Miami 7 seed. Miami and Knicks. Go New York, go New York, go. And Bulls getting the 8 seed over the Celtics. Facing the Celtics and the Celtics taking care of them. So that's what I have. You can kind of split hairs there with 9 and 10. But I'm leaning Bulls just because I think they got some guys who can, DeMar in one game, Caruso's defense. I'm just going to truck Chicago in that situation. Red Cloud Black Sky, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. A fully healthy LeBron James is very terrible to any team at the playoffs. I doubt Denver will win this time. These doubters will be in for a big surprise or about to meet heliocentric LeBron basketball. Hey, I hope you're right, man. I really do hope you're right. I need to see it, though. I need to see the Lakers beat Denver to be 100% convinced that it happened, right? Because they just owned us. But I hope you're right. I'm hoping for that. I'm praying for that. I'm pulling for that. The Timberwolves loss was actually a big deal tonight. Suns cooked them tonight. Yeah, they absolutely did. They did. Lakers need to attack Jokic on offense, get him tired, force him into switches. Yep, him and Murray, both. Absolutely. I've been saying that too. Pat Riley and Phil Jackson are probably the two best franchise coach who ever had. After Phil Jackson, we never had a suitable coach since then. Yeah, and we never really had a ton of great head coaches prior to Phil Jackson. I mean, as far as legendary ones, right? Pat Riley, obviously, but the gap between Pat Riley and Phil Jackson was filled with the kind of as well, right? And post Phil Jackson too. So that's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, sorry, guys. Come on, Patrick. Everyone knows Magic Johnson was the greatest coach in Lakers history. I remember that era. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. He said Lucky marking his territory. Lucky's always marking his territory. Shout out to Austin Reeves for playing all 82 games. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Shout out to playing all 82, man. Even though and listening to people give him hell. All 82 games, man. African Gamer says a lot of y'all expecting Bronny to return to college and average 25s. He's definitely capable, but from what I've watched, that's not his skill set. He should go pro, develop his game with NBA trainers and in the G League. If I'm Bronny, I'd rather be in the G League than college. You don't need the money. You don't need any of that stuff. Just get with pros. I agree with that at this point. That's why I said I think there's a better chance of him ending up as a Laker than on any other team in college. I just think that's going to happen. Get him here, get him with pro trainers, get him in the G League, get him with NBA player development. I think that's what he's looking for. I agree. Celtics have a cakewalk to the finals. Bucks, Knicks, and Cavs are banged up going into the playoffs. So lame. Well, I'll tell you this though: the Celtics, maybe, but they, especially Jason Tatum, tend to fall apart in these clutch situations, and they've got by lesser teams multiple times. So we'll see. While they're the class of the East, and that starting five is nuts, a twinked ankle here or there, they can be in some trouble because that team is not very deep. Shout out to Anthony Davis for playing 76 games this year. Yep, facts. Absolutely. Just order some horse tartar in Denver and eat in front of Jokic to disturb him, to distract him. Oh my God. Gabe offense is nearly non-existent, 3 points per game and getting paid $10 million. No, I get you, but his plus minus on the floor when he's out there defensively is a major upgrade for the Lakers. And it's something that's a change of pace of Austin and D'Lo out there. When they can't guard someone, you can put Gabe in there and he immediately starts to help with that. So while I agree, I understand it, he does bring something to the team just by being on the floor. To Tran, what's going on, brother? He says, sub Jeff, sub gang. What's going on with you, my guy? Hope you are doing well. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. He said, restaurant been crazy. Hey, good for you, man. Good for you, man. Good for you. Let's see. Good to have you back, man. Good to have you back. Rondo said the same thing. He thought Minnesota size would be messed up against Denver. Yeah, I do too. I definitely do. Lakers Dodger for life. What's going on, my guy, man? Yo, Jeff, who do you like in the Clippers Dallas series? I like Dallas. Yes, I like Dallas as well. I think they're going to get him, bro. I think they're going to get him. I hear good things about Austin. So my hopeful scenario is that the Clippers lose in round one, that Ty Lue and the Clippers separate, and the Lakers have a chance to get Ty Lue. I'm hoping for that. Did you hear about Ricky Rose get extorted by some yeah, Ricky's been extorted a couple of times though, low key, just saying. Drake went after Kendrick. There you go, Bloodhound. I was waiting for somebody. I've seen some, but I haven't seen a lot of people touch on that. Oh my God, what the bodyguards like Whitney? Yeah, man, I was waiting. A lot of people that went over a lot of casual hip hop fans' heads because they just don't follow the sport, right? But yeah, immediately I caught that. Immediately. So good for you, Bloodhound. Good for you, man. I hope Miami and Gabe will appear. Yeah, I mean, look, we just need some defense to show up, man. Lakers are wild AF. They show the hell on, too, Trent. They show the hell on, man. My boy Search. Yep. Sorry, guys. Sorry to keep copying, man. Drake told him, "Mom, Ricky Ross plays." It's just funny, man. Pusha T pushed Drizzy into being a real dad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like push, beat him. I don't care what no one says. Pusha T obliterated Drake, forced him to be a good father. Yeah, absolutely, man. There's no look. Pusha T does not have Drake's success, does not have his bank, doesn't have any of that. I totally understand that. That's not what it's here. But hip hop is a sport. Doesn't matter how much money you have when you in that, right? So when you're sparring and when you're in a battle, it don't matter how much money you got. That ain't the battle. It's lyrically, it's bars, man. It's what it's what are you gonna do? And so in no world we live in can Drake beat Pusha T like in a battle. It's just impossible. It's impossible. And it's even worse against Kendrick. It's just worse. While Drake is an all-time great, he's incredible, just banger after banger, hit after hit. Like there's no doubt about Drake's having a great career, but Drake is not one of these MCs. Drake is a pop star. You know what I mean? I don't say that derogatory. He is a pop star. He sells records. He's top 40. He's a household name. You don't want it with these street dudes. Like you don't want it with them, man. Drake just, you know what I mean? Like just don't do it. But he's an all-time great. He's incredible. Like I listen to Drake. I got no problem with Drake. But Drake don't want it with these with the likes of like the Pusha T's, man, the Kendrick Lamars, like the Jada Kisses, man, the Black Thoughts. Like you don't want it with those type of dudes, man. Those are dudes who really rapidy rap, man. You don't want it with them dudes, man. Damn, you just don't want it, man. He said, Jeff is wrong, 20%, but Search is always right, 100%. Yeah, I tell you, I'm always right sometimes, y'all. I'm always right sometimes. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, he just don't want it. He definitely does not want it with guys like that. I give him credit for not backing, like for like showing up to the fight. You know what I mean, and not just like catching strays and all that, and just taking it because he knows he can't beat him. He at least made effort, but he ain't built to handle those dudes. There's certain dudes, like no matter how big you are, however your following is, there's always that one dude or those dudes that don't care how big you are. We're better than you. You know what I mean? Somebody tell like, we're better than you. I don't care. I don't care what your platform is. I don't care how many records, albums you've sold. I don't care. Because when you strip all that away, what's that what Cat Williams says? When we get on the line, that ain't going to matter, right? That's exactly what it is, man. And in life, whatever it is, think because they got this, they got this, they got this, they got this. You're more successful. And God bless you to you and your family for that. God bless you, right? They may have more success. But when it comes back to that art form, that craft, the respect to your peers, like those accolades ain't going to stop you from those dudes. The dudes that are better than you, smarter than you, wittier than you, more knowledgeable than you, hungrier than you, stronger than you, tougher than you, more committed than you, more skilled than you. There ain't nothing you can do to dudes like that. Nothing. Your success is great. Like I said, God bless you. But when you sit at home, what keeps you up at night with all your money or all your success and all your accolades or all these numbers that you still thinking about the dudes that don't got it that's better than you. It's a fact. It's known. And so that's why Drake can't let it go. Because the dudes that are on the bigger platform that think they've won, my guy, all that means is that's a further fall. Because the guys that are better than you, they can sniff that a mile away. Easy. I had to tiger. And a dude can always, like a competitor, can always tell when the other person knows that you're better than them. You can always tell. Dude, stop getting a little rattled, trying too hard, trying to fill a lane they don't belong in, start making mistakes, right? Like it's hilarious. You just sit back like, bro, they're not even trying. You're just falling apart your damn self. Oh man, the mind is an incredible thing, man. What you think? of like the other teams in the league. Braves, Yankees, Orioles, etc. It's good. They're good, man. Yankees off to a phenomenal start, man. Braves just lost their ace, but still a phenomenal team. Orioles brought up that young buck. They got two of them young bucks. They're going to be a problem for a long time. I still think they might be a little bit early, but they're going to be good. Boston snuck up on people a little bit early with that run differential, but kind of fell down to earth a little bit. The Royals are sneaky popping, man. I think they can make a little noise, man. I said that I was unsure what the Padres were going to be with them getting Dylan Cease. They're still out there on the market trying to do other things. It looks like they're going to be out here fighting. We'll see what happens there. Arizona, San Francisco, like these teams. Philly is like, I don't know who said this. This is not me. I didn't come up with this, but it's a great comparison. But I cannot remember who said it. But this was not my original thought. But as soon as the person said it, I was like, aha! Like, I love that. I wish I knew who said it to give him credit. But they said that the Philadelphia Phillies are like the Miami Heat of the NBA, right? Like, just get in. They're like, just get in, and we can get to the World Series or the League Championship Series and make hell, right? And that's true. So the Phillies, I think, could still be there at the end, no matter what their season looks like. Pirates have been playing, are looking good, but I think they may fall off at some point. So all these teams, the Angels came, Mike Trout is having a great start to a season, but I still think the Rangers get that division. Houston just has been struggling at points, but I think they turn it around. So very, very early, I'll feel a little bit more comfortable thinking about where these teams are a month from now. How do you see the Sixers Heat series going? I got the Heat. Jeff, can you make a brief comparison on KG and AG on their defensive impact for the teams they play? Is KG way better than AD? KG was just so much more vocal, louder, aggressive, would get in your face, would play mind games, would try to punk you. AD has more. Damn, that's even hard to say. No, maybe not. I feel AD might be more skilled than KG, which is tough to say because KG was very skilled. But the fact that AD grew up a guard and then got a growth spurt just adds to that skill. So that's my reasoning behind it, because KG was very skilled for a big man. So I think what separates KG and AD was KD's dog mentality, where even when KD wasn't the best player on the floor, he still barked like he was, and AD don't bark. Now, KG had more bark than bite. AD has more bite than bark. But if AD had a little bit more bark with his bite, then oh my God. Oh my God. To have a chance against Denver, LeBron James and AD need to be better in the fourth quarter. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm on vacation and still listening to my boy Jeff. Salute. Hey, thank you, Festo. Appreciate you, man. Man, that means a lot, man. You out there spending time, away from all the grind and all that, and you still making sure to listen to me, man. Damn, that's humbling. I greatly, greatly appreciate you, and I thank you, man. I'm grateful that you're here, and I thank you for being here. I greatly, greatly appreciate you guys and all of your support, man. Thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. More than you know. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Pacers or Bucks? I got Indy. What's going on, Shan? I got Indy. I talked about that earlier. It's a bad matchup for the Bucks. They give them hell, and the worst thing that the Bucks could want is a team that's capable of scoring 150 points. That backcourt can get dummy, and they're going to destroy their backcourt. They got no one to guard them, and they've kind of in their head from the regular season. The Giannis Ball situation where he the whole damn near brawl, and they beat them to get to the play-in tournament championship, right? And they've had their way with them this season. And while I know that's regular season, I know a bad matchup when I see one. And Milwaukee could definitely beat them. Absolutely. But I'm taking Indy right now. I got to sleep on it. I'll put my locks in tomorrow. But right now, I'm putting Indy. You see MPJ as a Peja Stojakovic like player. No, Peja was Peja was much more deadly. Peja did so much more than just be able to shoot threes. His ability to put the ball in the basket, create his turnaround jump shot. Like my MPJ is so much taller than Peja, but he just usually typically does like a dribble or two and stop pull up. Where Peja was so much more offensively gifted than people remember. I would take Peja over MPJ. Another way we can beat Denver is 39-year-old Braun finding the fountain of youth and turn into 27-year Braun, man. That'd be incredible. AR should change his number to 82. It's the 82. If Clippers lose in the first round, then their fans should STFU for the first time. Won't happen, man. Gerald, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up, sir. I appreciate you, brother. Hope you're having a good night. Thank you for tuning in. Trying to catch up all these chats. I think I'm almost there, man. Can we get Valanciunas this offseason? He's an unrestricted free agent. Yes, we can. I got to see what the market is for him and see who's paying. But absolutely, we could. And he'd be a very good big to play next to AD. Without a doubt, man. You're obsessed with the flipper. The flippers? Nah, not obsessed with that, Let's see. Byron Bull says Bucks in 5. Okay. It's interesting. Like I said, it wouldn't surprise me for the Bucks get that win, but I just think it's a bad matchup for them. Yeah, you still got Giannis. Hopefully, see what that injury looks like. You still got Dame, right? You still got very good players over there in Milwaukee, but it's just a bad matchup for them. Like India's give them fits. So right now, I'm going to lead Indy. I'm going to lead Indy right now. You think Lakers should tank the next game too, like everyone else? Nope. We ain't ducking nobody, man. Get out there, play. Go out there, smoke them, get to 7, get to Denver. And the key to this is going out there and beating them so bad so the whole world knows there wasn't a second where you thought about not facing Denver. You got to go out there and get them now. Let's see. God bless. So many great comments. Great crowd tonight. I'm doing my best, man. There are not so many dudes out here in these YouTube streets who get to every single comment, yo. I'm doing the best. I'm doing the best I can here. You know what I mean? I understand a lot of them got like sometimes 200-300 people in the chat at once. Completely understand. It's tough, but right now, like I really, really, really do my best to try to get to every chat. So appreciate you. Search. I hope Clippers and Warriors lose in a play in the first round. Possible, man. 2,000 push-ups. That's hilarious. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me get some water real quick. All right, cool. Appreciate y'all. You too, brother. You too. We love you too, Serge, man. Appreciate you. Real, bring on the chicken nuggets. Yes, absolutely, man. Does Darvin become a better coach when games matter? He had a good mix of rotations today, just like in the in-season tournament. I've got to be careful with my words here, man, because people be, getting wild when I say anything positive about Darvin. The coaching staff, I felt, had a very good game plan today. But here's the thing, Kurt. Like, you can have all the game plans you want. The players have to execute it, and they have to come out with energy. And what made the game so great tonight, I'll tell you this, a team that comes out with energy like the Lakers played today will make any coach look better. A team that comes out playing like dog doo-doo is going to make any coach look bad. Now, it's a different debate for a different day as to why the players come out with that type of energy. But what I'm saying is, when they come out with this energy they did today, the Lakers can beat anyone. You had Bron chasing down his own missed threes, getting the ball and putting it back. Like the energy that they had out there today, when the Lakers bring that, and that is 100% on the players. I say it earlier and I'll say it again. I don't give a damn who is on that bench. A professional player controls the effort they bring into a game. You are paid to be a professional. You are paid to show up. And these veterans don't give two damns about a head coach. These starters who are going to get their minutes, who are going to get all this. That's not what they're out there doing. They're not. The dudes who had problems with Darvin were the guys whose minutes and rotations were interrupted and in and out, guys who were, who are on lower deals or looking at, those were personal agendas they were looking at here. Bron, AD, like all that there. Darvin don't got no effect on them. He don't. So it don't matter. When players show up with effort like they did today, you make any coach look better. But I do like I said, this drag and double drags that the Lakers have included in their transition. I love it. They had a couple of them today. People are calling them pick and rolls. They're not pick and rolls. They're not. You know what I mean? So, but they don't know the difference between the two. But it is a little layers and things they put in, especially defensively today. They did a lot of good things out there. The game plan was strong, but the players have to follow the game plan for it to really work. So, Search says, I'm gonna head to bed. God bless, family. Thank you for supporting my great friend. Thank you, Search. I'm gonna head out in a few here too. So appreciate you, man. 2024 push-ups, take it or leave it. Also, shout out to Torian Prince for playing well the last couple of games. Yes, plus minus has been great. And that's another guy that everyone hates, but he does great things. Bless family. Jeff is a great talent. And we all love him. Thank you for being. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Search. Thank you, guys, man. And on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down too, guys. I've been doing this for about 2 hours now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some rest here. I'm still kind of recovering here, man. And feel like today had I was feeling good the last 2 days. Feel like today maybe it was the rain or something. I don't know. It's kind of a little bit of a setback here. So I need to get a little bit of rest. And I'll be back with y'all tomorrow. But greatly appreciate you. Thank y'all for tuning in. And just appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, I was out a week for being sick. So appreciate y'all, coming back when I came back. If you haven't done so already, please drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you're watching the replay, let me know what you think in the comment section. But you guys can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that, man. So y'all have a good, safe rest of your night, a good, safe Monday. Shout out to the Lakers, man, tonight. Let's get this win on Tuesday as well. And let's get down there and take on Denver, and let's get them too. So appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, as I said. Thank you, Serge. Thank you, JSJ. Thank you, Kurt. All the mods, man. Best chat in the game. Appreciate y'all. I got to every chat. I think right before I closed up here, I think there's only a couple I didn't get to at the end. I apologize. Let me see. Emad, I know you. I think you're new here, so let me touch on yours real quick. You thinkers get Trey or Donovan Mitch? I heard they got something up their sleeves. They're going to go hunting this summer. That's for sure. But I can tell you this: that Trey and Donovan are not the star at the top of their list. I'm gonna leave that alone for now. But but they're going to go big time hunting this summer, and those guys, they may be in play for at some point. But yeah, they're in play. So, like I said, y'all have a good one. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Appreciate y'all as always. Go Lakers.